Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about hand soap because we have to use it every single day and it goes on our skin, which is our largest organ. So it's getting absorbed right into our hands. And so I want to talk to you guys today about the top ingredients that we should be looking out for when using hand soap. So just something to think about before we get started is when you go wash your hands anywhere and it smells really good, so you're okay with it lingering on your hands. So when you go out for the next couple hours, it's probably still smelling like the hand soap, because I know I've been in bathrooms where it didn't smell as good and I was like, I wish this soap would get off my hands. And so think about all the other things that are in that hand soap that are also lingering with the scent and that's getting absorbed. And it's something we never think about because we have to do it so often and it's everywhere. And you would think that ingredients for hand soap wouldn't be that bad, but they actually are. So let's dig into the ingredients. Okay, I'm sorry. One more thing before we start talking about the ingredients. If you have a hand soap that you really love, I would suggest going on ewg.org/skin deep, and this or the Think Dirty app will give you a rating on your hand soap or any of your products, and you can see how they rate and see the ingredients that are in it and how those rate, and just kind of give you an idea of if you should keep using your hand soap or not. So just remember, your skin is your largest organ and it absorbs a lot. So choose wisely. The first ingredient I want to talk about is fragrance, and this one probably needs its own video because there's so much to talk about it. I've heard people say that fragrance is the new secondhand smoke, but if there's anything that has fragrance in it, you really don't want to use it because you don't know what you're using. The companies are protected under a trade secret, so they do not have to disclose what's in the word fragrance. So whatever their recipe is, they can keep it to themselves. They could literally put anything in it. It doesn't matter how toxic it is. I would 100% stay away from fragrances. If you go on the Think Dirty app or on the EWG website, it will give it the most horrible rating. I don't think I've ever seen fragrance less than the worst rating. So it's either a F or a 10, I believe. So anything that we put on our skin, like I said, is absorbed and it goes into our bloodstream and starts affecting us with several health problems. So endocrine disruption, organ toxicity, allergies, asthma, migraines, neurotoxicity, and even cancer. So we don't know which ones the specific fragrances are going to target, but for the most part, all fragrances are going to more than likely cause these things. They also contain phthalates, and these are associated with hormone disruption, birth defects, and developmental toxicity. So to me, that sounds horrible. And I quit using perfume a few years ago, and I still have it in my cabinet because I just love it and I spent so much money on it, but it's just not good. And there's other ways to use fragrance and get fragrance and still smell good. Just don't use these toxic fragrances. And a tip is, if the word is vague and you don't really know what it means, then probably stay away from it because it's bad. The next ingredient I want to talk about is parabens. Parabens mimic estrogen in our body. They also decrease muscle mass, increase fat deposits, cause an early onset of puberty, which is not good. They have reproductive difficulties in men and women, and they also are an endocrine disruptor. They can cause cancer, and they can even cause developmental toxicity. They're also bad for aquatic life. So any of the fish, whenever we wash our hands and the water goes into the drain, it's affecting the fish and all the animals, all the sea life. So in the ingredients, it's not going to say paraben, but at the end of the word, it will say paraben. So if you're scanning really fast, look for the last part of the word. All right, so the next two ingredients I want to talk about are sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, and sodium laureth sulfate, SLS and SLES. So these two are what creates bubbles. So when you get a really soapy hand soap or anything that's soapy, a lot of times it's the SLS. Not to say that other ingredients don't create bubbles, but these are the most common ingredients that create bubbles. And a lot of the non-toxic hand soaps or products will have foam pumps on them to create the bubbles. So these ingredients are toxic because they can create organ toxicity and eye, skin, and lung irritation. But the sodium lauryl sulfate, in the process of being made, it creates a 1,4-dioxane, which is a carcinogen. So not good, right? It also causes nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. So if you are sensitive or feel like something's weird when I'm using hand soap, or if you just have those issues, that might be something you want to eliminate. But also, these two products also affect aquatic life. They go into the ocean and very harmful, just like the parabens for the aquatic life and sea animals. Okay, this next one, I'm going to try not to butcher this word, but it's methyl isothiazolinone and methyl chloroisothiazolinone. I'll put it in the description for you guys, and I'll put all of this information in there for you guys. So this causes skin irritation, lung respiratory issues, neurotoxicity, and it's a ingredient that helps to reduce bacteria, so it is a preservative. Okay, so this last ingredient, I'm going to try not to butcher it. It's cocamidopropylbutane. So this is a synthetic surfactant. It's another foaming agent, just like SLS or SLES. It can cause you to have skin allergies or dermatitis. It can also be harmful for the environment. This one is so toxic that in 2004, it was named the allergen of the year. So just to give you an idea, but it goes under many names and they're really long. So I'll put it in the description for what you should look out for. So a quick little DIY for you guys. You could get these foam hand pumps on Amazon, and this is a Young Living one. This is what I use. I just get the refills, and the refills actually tell you to fill it up all the way, but I fill it up to here and then fill the rest up with water, and that works really, really well for me, and I get a lot more out of my refill. Or you could fill up this much with Castile soap and then put any essential oils you want in here, whatever your favorites are. I love thieves or lemon or lavender. And then just fill the rest up with water, and you have a super cheap hand soap that is easy to make. Castile soap is super cheap, and if you dilute it how I said and use the thieves refill, it's way cheaper than filling it up all the way. All right, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment if you have any questions. Check out my website, jennyetley.com, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.